Welcome to IT Playground Podcast, where technology meets innovation. Join us as we explore the latest trends, insights, and expert opinions on all things IT. Imagine a future where your medical devices don't just record your health data, but actually predict potential issues, maybe prevent emergencies before they even happen, and talk directly with your doctor, all from your living room. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's the Internet of Medical Things, or IoMT. And get this, our sources show it's projected to be an over $800 billion industry by 2032. Okay, so let's unpack this. This deep dive is all about the Internet of Medical Things. We got a really fascinating stack of sources from a listener laying out this huge shift in healthcare. Our mission today, to pull out the key nuggets so you can quickly get what IoMT is, why it's so critical, and what it means for the future of health.
Right. And what's really interesting here, I think, is how often IoMT gets confused with the broader Internet of Things, IoT.
Yeah, like smart speakers and thermostats.
Exactly. Those IoT devices, they're mostly about consumer convenience, right? Making life a bit easier. But IoMT, that's totally different. It's a highly specialized subset, specifically designed for healthcare.
Okay.
And that distinction is just paramount because the data involved is incredibly sensitive. We're talking about patient health information, PHI.
So what does that mean in practice? I mean, the stakes just feel dramatically higher.
They absolutely are.
If my smart light bulb glitches, okay, it's annoying. Maybe I trip in the dark. But if an IoMT device fails or gets hacked, that could put patient safety at risk, compromise really personal privacy. It could even be life-threatening.
Precisely. This higher stakes environment, it demands a fundamentally different approach. Everything from design to security to regulation. You're not just connecting gadgets, you're connecting lives. And that carries a huge weight, a massive burden of trust.
Definitely.
So moving beyond just convenience to, well, critical care. And that raises the big question, what can these sophisticated devices actually do? How is IoMT reshaping patient care right now?
Yeah, let's get into the specifics.
Well, one of the cornerstones is remote patient monitoring, or RPM.
RPM? Oh.
Yeah, and this isn't just about, taking your own blood pressure sometimes. RPM systems use these interconnected devices to continuously collect and transmit vital data. Things like heart rate, blood pressure, glucose levels, oxygen saturation.
So it's constant.
Often, yes,
Yeah.
or very regular. And it sends this data to healthcare providers, often flagging concerns proactively, sometimes without the patient even needing to do anything.
Okay, now that's where it gets really interesting. So you could have like a wearable ECG monitor that, I don't know, automatically tells your doctor if your heart rhythm looks off, maybe stopping a heart attack.
That's exactly the kind of application we're seeing, potentially preventing a cardiac emergency before the person even feels symptoms. Or think about smart insulin pens. They don't just track when you took insulin, but they connect to an app, maybe give diabetics real-time insights, reminders, helping them manage their treatment much more effectively. These aren't just ideas anymore, they're happening now. It's pulling healthcare out of the clinic and kind of weaving it into daily life.
Right, integrating it seamlessly.
And if we zoom out a bit, IoMT is also transforming hospitals from the inside.
How so?
We're seeing things like automated hospital beds that monitor a patient's movement to help prevent bed sores, which are actually a surprisingly big and costly problem.
Really? Didn't know that.
Yeah. Or sophisticated asset tracking systems. Using RFID tags, for instance, to instantly find vital equipment or even medications saves critical time in emergencies.
Finding that one specific pump or scanner.
Exactly. And we're even seeing connected MRI and CT scanners that use AI to get higher precision images. That means faster, more accurate diagnoses. It's all about making hospitals smarter, more efficient, and ultimately safer.
That vision for hospitals is powerful. But what about outside the hospital? Does IoMT help expand access for people who maybe live far away or have trouble getting to appointments?
Absolutely. That's a huge part of the potential. Telemedicine, which has already grown a lot, gets a massive boost from IoMT.
Okay.
It means doctors can diagnose and treat patients remotely, which really helps democratize healthcare. Imagine a telemedicine kiosk, maybe in a rural pharmacy. It's got IoMT devices built in.
Right.
So a patient goes there, uses the devices, and their vital signs are transmitted instantly in real time to a specialist maybe hundreds of miles away.
Wow.
It's a potential game changer for underserved populations, for remote areas. It really helps overcome those geographical barriers, bringing quality care closer to anyone with essentially an internet connection.
That's incredible access. But what's making all this work? What's the tech behind it?
Well, the real power of IoMT comes from this sophisticated mix of things. The devices themselves, the sensors, robust connectivity that's key, and these crucial data platforms.
Data
Well,
platforms.
yeah, and right at the heart of that, you often find artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms. They're the brains, turning all that raw data, which can be overwhelming, into insights doctors can actually use. Clinical insights.
So AI is interpreting the sensor readings.
In many cases, yes. It enables things like predictive analytics. That means using patterns in the data to forecast what might happen, like predicting a patient's risk of going back to the hospital or spotting early signs of a disease.
Okay, predicting.
And then there's prescriptive analytics. That takes the prediction and suggests what actions to take, personalized recommendations for adjusting treatment or intervening early.
Got it. So IoMT isn't just collecting data, it's actually understanding it.
Exactly. AI-driven analysis helps doctors spot diseases maybe at their earliest stages, sometimes even before symptoms show up, and they can dynamically adjust treatment plans based on what the monitors are showing right now.
And does this link up with patient records?
Ideally, yes. A lot of this crucial data gets integrated directly with electronic health record systems, EHRs.
Those digital patient files.
Right, but IoMT makes them dynamic, not static. Instead of just records of past visits, you have this real-time stream of data integrated. It cuts down on manual entry errors, improves accuracy, and means everyone involved in care has the absolute latest information, which is vital when, time is critical.
Makes sense. So the benefits seem huge.
Yeah.
Better outcomes, maybe?
Definitely. The advantages really ripple through the whole system. You've got improved patient outcomes from that continuous monitoring and more personalized treatment, but you also see enhanced operational efficiency in hospitals and clinics.
How does that work?
Well, think about nurses spending less time hunting for equipment or doing manual data entry and having more time for direct patient care, for that human interaction. It optimizes workflows, frees up valuable people.
That human element is still so important.
Absolutely. But maybe the most compelling advantage, especially with healthcare costs always rising, is the huge potential for cost reduction.
Ah, the money side. How significant are we talking?
Potentially massive. Our sources point to IoMT achieving substantial savings. By reducing the need for so many in-person visits, maybe preventing unnecessary hospital admissions, shortening stays when they do happen, basically by enabling proactive preventative care, often at home.
Keeping people out of expensive hospital beds if possible.
Exactly. The projected savings globally could be in the hundreds of billions of dollars as these technologies get better and more widespread. It's not just trimming costs, it's potentially shifting the whole economic model of healthcare.
Hundreds of billions, wow. And is the market reacting to this? Are companies investing?
Oh, absolutely. The market is responding incredibly rapidly. The global IoMT market size, it was valued around $47.32 billion in 2023.
Okay, quite big already.
But the projection for 2032, an impressive $814.28 billion.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a compound annual growth rate, a CAGR, of about 38.5%. It's explosive growth.
What's driving that kind of number?
It's a mix of things. Aging populations needing more chronic disease management, the tech getting better and cheaper, and this growing recognition that proactive health is just way more cost-effective than treating illness reactively. Plus, adoption is already pretty high. Sources say 64% of patients are using at least one IoMT device already.
64%. That's higher than I would have guessed.
And 59% of healthcare providers are implementing IoMT solutions in some way, so it's happening on both sides.
That is a staggering wave of adoption. It really shows that, both patients and doctors are seeing the value here. You see the big tech players, Google, Apple, getting deeper into wearables.
Right, alongside the traditional medical device giants, your Medtronics, your Siemens Healthineers, they're all innovating like mad. The whole space is buzzing. These aren't just tech companies anymore. They're becoming really partners in delivering healthcare.
Okay, but with all this power, all this growth, there have to be challenges, right? Big hurdles to overcome.
Absolutely. With great power, as they say, comes great responsibility and great challenges.
Right.
The very interconnectedness of IoMT,
Right.
That's its strength, but it also significantly increases the risk. Data exposure, breaches. Healthcare data is exceptionally sensitive.
And a huge target for cyber criminals.
Precisely. So cybersecurity has to be paramount. It's like needing Fort Knox for digital health information.
Yeah.
And a related issue is that many older medical devices, what we call legacy systems, well, they just weren't built with today's security threats in mind.
So they're vulnerable.
Potentially, yes, which means security by design is absolutely essential for any new IoMT development. Building security in from the very beginning, not trying to bolt it on later.
Makes sense. What else?
Another major hurdle is interoperability.
Meaning getting different systems to work together.
Exactly. Getting devices and systems from different manufacturers to, talk to each other effectively and securely, there's often a lack of standardization.
Like trying to connect Apple to Android, but for critical medical gear.
Kind of, yeah. And it's not just new devices, but connecting them to those older legacy systems still running in many hospitals. This lack of easy connection can block data flow, create data silos where information gets trapped, and potentially even lead to errors if data isn't shared seamlessly across everyone involved in a patient's care. It's like having different languages in the ER with no translator.
That sounds messy and potentially dangerous. Are there other big barriers, like cost or training?
Yes, both. The initial investment for the infrastructure, the hardware, the sensors, the secure cloud services, developing the apps, it can be substantial. It's not a small undertaking for hospitals or clinics.
Right.
And then there's the human element again. You need skilled people.
Right.
Many healthcare workers, nurses, doctors, they aren't necessarily experts in using all this new tech yet. So there's a critical need for really good training and on ongoing education.
Because the best device is useless if no one knows how to use it properly or trust its data.
Exactly. Building that trust, both for the providers using the tech and the patients relying on it, that's a continuous effort too.
So wrapping this up, this deep dive into IoMT, it really paints a picture of something truly transformative for healthcare, doesn't it?
It really does. It's reshaping how we even think about care.
From smart wearables helping you manage, say, diabetes or heart conditions proactively, to AI in hospitals spotting diseases earlier, to getting expert consultations even if you live miles from anywhere. The future of health just feels undeniably connected.
We've really only scratched the surface today of how technology is pushing care towards being more proactive, more personalized, and crucially, more accessible for everyone.
So make a final thought for everyone listening. Just consider for a moment, how might these smart medical devices fundamentally change the way you interact with healthcare, say, in the next 5 or 10 years?
Yeah, how might they shift that balance, maybe giving you, the patient, a much more active role in your own health journey? It feels like a fundamental move away from just reacting to illness, towards proactively managing wellness.
A really profound shift in philosophy. Lots to think about there. This for informational purposes only. For medical advice or diagnosis, consult a professional. Thanks for tuning in to IT Playground Podcast. Join us next time for more tech talk, insights, and innovation. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us for more.